Almost 2 years ago, this happened.
Look at that beautiful sky. Woo! Road trip.
But it seems okay.
It's a bit rusty. Take it off.
A little bit of hope, bit of faith.
Look at that.
Let's go.
So rusty. And all the pieces are all in baggies.
Then we did a thing.
Rusty.
Slowly coming apart. This is when I start to get worried.
It's dirty, very dirty.
That should slide out easily, but that's probably what was blocking it inside. Bit of rust that was around here, around there.
And today, this is happening.
One step closer. You're so close now, you two. What is going through your mind right now?
How bad some of my paintwork is with the spray can. And I'm probably...
I was looking for more of a deep answer.
Well, we're pretty close now to getting this engine in. That's...
Is that as deep as you can go?
Well, it's pretty exciting because...
It's the end of an era.
yeah. The bilge will be closed up. Oh, God, I'm going to miss the sight of the bilge.
No, I won't.
I feel sad that the bilge is going to be over. So the plan today is to drain the coolant, look at fitting the hot water pipes, and also, what else are we going to do? Change all the coolant hoses. Hopefully, if we take this cap off. There we go, it seems to be filling better. Filling or draining? The bottle's filling, the engine's draining. I think this is the lowest. I got all the fluid out of the heat exchanger. Now you can hear it gurgling. Is that yellow or is that orange? Hard to tell. Now we've got yellow. I'll double check whether that's possible. Can you mix yellow and orange? Who knows? That's the last of the coolant dripping out. I think that one is the lowest point. Another job that a I've also got to do is there's a few nicks, I don't know if you can see, just here on this fuel hose, so I'll replace that as well. Never been overly confident with engines because I've always had my dad to help, and the old man's not here at the moment, so I've got to try and be self-reliant. But he's always at the end of the phone if I need him. Alright, wonderful stuff. Let's get these fittings on. After the fittings are on, got to take off the top of the thermostat, replace this piece, and put a new gasket in there, as well as that last bit of hose. So let's try and get that done before the day's done. Thomas brought these for us. Thanks for that, Thomas. Every time we have a shower, we'll be thinking of you. Now that seems to be in. Okay, next the thermostat. I already started undoing the bolts. Yeah, because this thermostat cover was, it's a bit grotty, isn't it? This thermostat cover was off the second motor we bought. We somehow don't trust it. I had to give it a lick of paint. But yeah, we've got a new thermostat housing and a new gasket, so whatever. Pop that on. Is this gonna come off easy or not? That is the next question. No, well, yeah, not that bad. Okay, but we'll keep that because, yeah, see, little rusty. Is this gasket gonna come off nicely? No, it's not. From this way, I think no. So let's get a blade out and clean that up a bit. There's a little thermostat. I'm a little thermostat, short and stout. It's just so much better to run the engine, which, you know, we were like, yeah, we'll put it in the shed and we'll run it occasionally. Did we? No, we did not. Clean this gunk off. Oh no! Where are those long guys? Yeah, it starts to get cold once that sun starts going away. Yeah, but rust. I'm not really liking the look of things. Doesn't fill me with confidence, but I'm sure if we flush it through. Most importantly is to just get the old girl running. Okay, now which way do you think it goes? Oh, that way. Yeah, that way looks neat. Okay, so thermostat in. Plop. Thermostat gasket. And it's raw aluminium. No, hasn't been painted yet. Maybe I'll give it a quick lick of paint. Maybe I'll wait until it's on. And there she blows. Right. I'm pretty sure this has a torque setting, so I'll just do it finger tight. Give it a lick of paint. It's pretty quick drying paint, this. Yeah, not bad, not bad. So that's it. Now all we got to do is wait for the paint to go off and I can put the last hose on. So pretty exciting. Oh, it's cold. Then we tighten up these hose clamps and we'll call that job done for the day. Now I'll give you a final look tomorrow. There's still a bit more to do. Got to drop the oil, which I'd like to run the motor first, just so it's warm. Drop the oil, change that, and put the coolant in, maybe flush the system, and then put new coolant in. That's it. It doesn't look too bad. Yeah. As I say, a bit worried about the rust, but the neighbour's like, that's fine. So if we flush it through a little bit, well, hopefully that'll be sufficient. Anyway, it's been me waffling and working, which I've thoroughly enjoyed, but now I'm really cold, so I'm gonna go home. Good night. I left with me attaching the last hose and connecting the thermostat. Now what I'm up to at the moment is just making these valves, and this is to isolate the hot water feed. So once the hot water feed's isolated, I can then reattach the loop and pretty much close up the cooling system to flush it out. So I'm just tightening these little doohickeys up. Yeah, the wind has picked up a little, so I do apologise if there's any background noise. Whistling away, but you know what they say, when there's mistral, there's sunshine. Oh, they don't. But, yeah, it seems tight enough. I suppose we'll only know when it's leaking water, or coolant I should say. Can you see through that alright? And now you see, and now you don't. Marina's just turned up and told me it wasn't recording. Had this beautiful shot planned, gave you a massive monologue, all of that just for me.
Oh, honey. Hot water. What a luxury. I've just come to see what the steward's up to. I'm editing, having a break from the screen and supervising his work.
Maybe I should put a touch more tape on. Ah, that'll do. The device needs a little bit of love. So those are the two valves done. Now I've just got to connect them to the engine. A friend of ours gave his leftover hoses, but I want them to sit sort of like that, because if they sit parallel you won't be able to work them both at the same time. So if I sit them a little bit like that, they should look neater up against the bulkhead, all clipped on, looking like I care.
You do care.
So what I need to do is jimmy them up, and then I've got this extra bit of hose that I'll just close the loop with, and then
Until we install the hot water.
exactly.
Exactamo. Oh, that sun is nice. So that's how they will sit on the wall.
Yeah, probably lower, like there, because the reservoir needs to be higher.
Thanks, Thierry, for sending all the fuel hose that we're about to use.
Got a couple of nicks on it, so that's why I'm just replacing from the lift pump to the filter thing. It was never bought to replace this little bit. It was bought to run the fuel lines from the two tanks.
But Stuart noticed that.
Yeah, those nicks, and I'm not happy. So I'll just do the old switcheroo. Cool. Another huge thanks to Timo for this.
Torque wrench.
I've never had a torque wrench. Yeah, we'll give it a go. Yeah, I'm pretty excited. All right.
Yeah, check it out. It's pretty cool. From 20 to 220.
Something.
You
New
twist the handle and you get the right torque,
Yeah.
and then you just go for it.
Alright, so now let's figure out how many kilos to newtons.
We had to replace these because when we were doing the service a year ago or 2 years ago now, oh, that's a long time. Whilst tightening these ones, it cracked the case. So hopefully this time.
How do we know when
It will click.
No. Ah, there it is.
There you go. And it didn't crack.
Didn't crack yet.
We've just filled the cooling system with demineralized water. And we're draining it out to flush it. Will it run? That is the question, and we'll find out today. This is the water that we put through the cooling system, and it's got some orangey deposits on the bottom. Changed all the drain hoses, new and shiny. We've got our battery ready. Thanks, John, for that. We've got fuel. There is some coolant in that box. Yeah, just getting ready to start it and see how it goes. We're gonna take the gearbox off because we still haven't worked on it. So and it doesn't have any oil in it. We don't want it to engage without oil inside. So we just try the engine without the gearbox. I've just loaded the cooling system again with another bottle of distilled water. So I'm gonna drain it again. And that we're assuming is a little bit of rust. But we have been told it's not a bad thing. Like, it's just a little bit. I don't know, what's your opinion? Probably all gonna say, oh no, that engine is now not good. It's just a little bit of rust. These two were the first flash, and this one is the second flash. I think it's got less orange.
No, I did, but yeah, just it's not going to fall on you, babe. So now all we've got to do is connect up the exhaust. I'll go get the exhaust. Whilst you go get the other bits. Babe?
Okay. Where do you want all these bolts? Should I put them on
Yeah, if you want.
so they don't get lost?
Yeah.
The reason we haven't worked on the gearbox yet is because we want the engine in as soon as possible, and that's gonna take some time, and the gearbox can always be taken off whilst it's on the boat. We just need to push the shaft a little bit and then we can just take it out, no problem. So
No problem.
yeah, so that's the reason we haven't done the gearbox yet, but we need to try the engine before we put it in. So it's nearly ready. We're gonna connect the exhaust hose and put the coolant in, and then it's ready to
Connect
to
up the
start.
battery and
Last time we did this was after the service
yeah.
that we did with our friend who is a mechanic, and we had someone in charge, so it's the first time we're doing this alone.
We had a responsible adult.
Yeah, so it's cool to do this alone, gaining confidence. So cool, the color. Hopefully it's the right one.
Yeah, no, that's what I was checking. It's for Toot Motors.
We found this fender on the floor somewhere, and it's perfect for our engine key. Okay, moment of truth. Oh shit, we have it! we messed up a little bit. The engine wasn't fixed in place, so it started jumping all over the place. We're gonna fix it in place and then start the engine. Okay, we are ready to go again.
I was getting really panicked when I saw it jumping and I went to turn it off like a car and not hit the stop button.
If it jumps, stop it.
Not stopping.
It's okay though. It's just this one is more the rest.
Ooh. Well, was my stop button not working?
Can you put it tighter? How do you do it?
Yeah. It's okay like this one?
I don't know, we'll see.
Alright.
We tried again and it jumped a little bit,
Okay,
but we'll see. We'll keep
Okay.
trying.
Gonzalo,
tell me.
you see this thing here?
Yeah.
If I say stop,
I press that.
in, that's it. That's all you gotta do.
Okay.
Alright, I'll be
Because
very
the stop button seems to not work.
Okay.
Ready?
Yep.
Yeah, but that's because it's long red.
That's better now. That's better.
Oh, shit.
Here, put it under the.
I think if you want more water, we're gonna need to put another tap.
No, no, it's good, it's good.
Oh, yeah.
This is max.
No worries.
It does suck a lot of water, this engine. I remember when we did the test as well, like, for 5 minutes everything was a full.
3,800, I think, per hour.
We'll have another go. He's on.
Ready?
Okay, so conclusion
Yeah.
is that the engine seems okay. We're gonna change the oil now that we've warmed it up. But what do you think?
Yeah, when I bought the last boat, it had the same engine, but the 3-cylinder version. And as soon as the owner turned it on, and this hadn't been used for years, it had the same idle, like blub, 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 blub. But then as soon as we put a little bit of beans on it, it sounded good. So she purrs all right, I think. It's just at about 750. It's a, it's idle.
And it vibrates a lot, but I think that is normal. When we tried it with Nico,
Yeah.
he did the same thing. It was very jumpy, but when you
Give it the beans.
give it the beans, it's pretty cool to see. I don't know if you noticed how the mounts bounce with the rubber. Like when it's really vibrate, I'll show you on the video. It's really cool. You see the rubber doing its thing, so that's good.
For some reason, this clip doesn't have any audio. So what's happening here is that we borrowed this little electric pump from our friend, and we drain the oil. It is a pretty cool machine. As you can see, it does the job for you. It took a little bit of time, maybe half an hour or just over, but it works really well. We liked it so much that we put it on our wish list, and one of our patrons got it for us, so that is super helpful. Thank you very much.
This is how it came out. Pretty black.
It's not that bad.
I'm gonna change the oil filter.
Really?
New filter going on. Nice.
So $12 a litre, just so you know.
Nothing came out. Well, look at the difference in color.
Yeah, it'll be black in a minute.
Really?
Won't be that bad. Oh, you're
What?
putting it in the coolant.
Hey, Stuart, shut up.
Classic.
Okay. Okay, so now we're gonna go for one more run. And then that's it. It's ready to go in.
Alright.
Excited?
Yeah, because then we can have a sandwich.
Yeah,
Starving.
we haven't eaten yet.
And next week, this happens. Look at that. Stuart is so strong. Amazing. Oh. He's alright. He's alright. He's got it. So, if you want to find out if the engine bed we built is right for this motor, you'll have to wait until next week. Thank you so much to everyone who supports this project. Not just through PayPal or Coffee or being a patron part of the family, but also watching our videos. If you enjoyed this one, don't forget to give it a like. That will really help us out. And if you want to see more and you are not subscribed, don't forget to subscribe. See you next week. Bye.